Hello guys, welcome to Comicology, a place where we love comics more than Deadpool loves chimichangas. Today, we're gonna break down one of the funniest comics ever written, Deadpool vs Thanos, the merc with a mouth versus the jerk with that strange jaw. And to quote IGN.com, the combination of these two characters is basically peanut butter and chocolate. Delicious. So, before starting the story, I would like to set the stage for the story, that is, the relationship between Deadpool, Thanos, and Mistress Death. Mistress Death is the live human personification of death itself. The love triangle goes here as Deadpool loves Mistress Death, Thanos loves Mistress Death, but Mistress Death loves only Deadpool. Most of us can feel you, Thani. Don't worry, you will find someone. But instead of hoping to find someone else, Thanos gets jealous and curses Deadpool with immortality. So like if he would never die, he would never meet death. So the story here begins with Dr. Doom chilling on his own island, which he named after his mother, where he gets a knock on the door from Deadpool and is treated with a shot from 12 gauge shotgun. He basically did this to prove that he can do something that even Avengers can't. So he immediately calls in Stark's office, but on finding out that he isn't there, he leaves a message for him that he has killed the real Victor Von Doom and not one of his Doom bot clowns. Now in the scene, the story starts to set up when Dr. Doom comes back to life. When Deadpool asks him how is he not dead, Doom tells him his dying experience, which is that he felt a sudden gush of pain followed by darkness, then he saw his childhood home and suddenly he was back to life. Now with Doom attacking Deadpool with an energy blast, Deadpool celebrates it that finally after dying, he will get to meet his bae. Then we see Deadpool in a realm between life and death with the greatest moustache and afro ever seen by a human eye. Now when Deadpool was ready to meet his love with a bottle of wine, he sees Mistress Death on the other side of the mirror. This scene tells us that why Dr. Doom isn't dead is because Mistress Death is missing and so she couldn't take him around for a day. At this point, we jump to a man named Black Talon. He might not be great with his voodoo powers, but his mother is an accomplished voodoo priest capable of resurrecting even the dead. Now Deadpool is here because he thinks that Dr. Doom didn't die because Black Talon or his mother have cast some sort of a curse which is keeping people from dying. Black Talon tells him that Thor and Doctor Strange have already been here for the same reason, but he doesn't know anything about this. And Black Talon also reveals to Deadpool about the curse that Thanos cast on him of immortality, which he didn't know about before. So from all this, Deadpool declares that Thanos has kidnapped Mr. Death, and so Black Talon promises him to help him find Thanos with his voodoo powers. Deadpool agrees but also have a plan of his own, which contains 4 stages. First, Black Talon finding Thanos with his magical powers. Second, Black Talon diverting Dr. Doom towards Avengers to stop them from figuring out why nobody is dying. Third, take a spaceship from Cable. And fourth, killing Thanos and making sweet love with his Mistress Death. In the next scene, we see Deadpool getting smashed by Thanos. Thanos tells here that he hates humanity because humans think of themselves as the center of existence of the universe. And also he has become tired of Deadpool, so he just punches him to death with his bare hands. Now Deadpool picks up again in the realm between life and death, where he meets Mistress Death waiting to save her. And the next scene transitions us back to Black Talon, where dead people are demanding equal rights as living people. This scene is backed with the arrival of Ajax, Deadpool's arch nemesis. Now in the next scene, we are joined by Thanos and Deadpool. Thanos tells here that when he cursed Deadpool, he took his ability to die from Mistress Death and gave it to himself, which means that he is the only one who can kill Deadpool. Now when Thanos sent him into the realm, he used his experience to monitor their conversation and even to tell Death that he has killed Deadpool to show his affection for her, but she obviously chose Deadpool over him. So, to prove his love, Thanos decides to save her from wherever she is, but for this he needs Deadpool, as he is the only one able to communicate with her and offers him some jewels. Deadpool turns down the offer and says, "This one is a freebie." And they both set on the journey to save Mistress Death. The next scene here shows us the softer side of Thanos, where he is basically writing a letter for his love and is showing the grief that how the missing of Mr. Stead has caused chaos in the entire universe, and also his irritation as how she has chosen Wade Wilson over him to help her. At the back, we can see Deadpool riding an outrider under Thanos' command. And the conversation between Thanos and Deadpool reveals that when Thanos was monitoring their conversation, he heard her making a reference to something called the dwindling light. Now Thanos, being an intellectual who have also been exploring cosmos from a long time, took this as a clue that she was referring to a mining colony on a moon operated by the Shi'ar Empire, which received the nickname the Dwindling Light. In the next scene, we pick up at the Dwindling Light itself. What's funny here is Thanos wearing a spacesuit, which he of course doesn't need, and which makes him look like a cute large teddy bear. Now he tells Deadpool that his research on the clue given by Mr. Stead has led him here, but also because this place is devoid of life. Now when Deadpool is asked to keep an eye on the entrance, he starts making fun of Thanos for being friend-zoned, and asks why he cursed him. To this, Thanos simply replies that because he hates Deadpool, and that when Wade's cancer treatment was going on, all he wanted was to die. So to give him an eternal torture, he gave him an eternal life. While they were talking, they get attacked by a group called the Order of the Glorious End. This is a group that used to worship the idea of death, and thinking that Thanos is the one who have kidnapped death, they started attacking both of them. But on knowing that they both stand for death herself, they stood down and let them continue on their journey. When they were about to leave, Deadpool asked Thanos where should they head next, and well, there was only one way to know this, and that's what Thanos do. He beat the shit out of Deadpool to send him to the realm again. While this was going on, Thanos gets attacked by the Guardians of the Galaxy. They themselves didn't know what was going on, and while all of them were fighting Thanos, Rocket Raccoon goes to analyze Deadpool and thinks he's dead. But he's surprised when he comes back to life and asks for help from the Order of the Glorious End. Now while the Order of the Glorious End keeps the Guardians engaged, Deadpool asks Thanos for a piggyback ride to the spaceship. Why this scene is so funny for me is because right after this scene we are shown that these two escape in their spaceship. So for me, I would love to think that Thanos gave him a piggyback ride. That brings us to the end of the first part. Rest of the story will be covered in second part. Thank you for watching the video. Press the like button if you liked it. Comment and tell us which character stories you would like to hear next. Hit the subscribe button. If you want to read this comic, you can get it on our website for free. Follow us on Instagram. Links are in the description. Until then, peace.